And welcome back to Roll for Story, the Temporal Tower. Except we're nowhere near the tower. Although the tower did lead you here. Not the
And we're
physical
going to
tower,
a tower.
the tower. And we're going to another tower. After just having finished with Starsong Tower. So, to add to any more confusion, we're about to give you a description of what happened last session. The party had come into contact with some weird void-like zombies. Thankfully, Eirina had put out the strange violet light coming from the center of the tower, else it seemed to be leaking necrotic energy. You dispatched of the zombies and then headed downstairs. We heard the kind of crazed whispering of a individual. This woman was part of the Bronze Lions, except she wasn't all as she used to be. Seems like some sort of entity was calling out to them, taking over their mind. And she said that it was calling you all as well. That you could hear it. And each of you had a strange anomaly. For Kesh'an, it was the sort of almost hyperfixation on the strange liquid, black ichor pouring out of the statue or the spire. For Andy, it was like this light was clawing its way through the darkness towards you. For Llyvelin, there was this overwhelming sense to uncover what was inside this pillar, or what was the meaning behind it, its secrets. And Sinali was having a much more kind of visual, anomaly in that this spire almost felt like a claw of reaching out towards you. And Eirina, you were seeing the smoke of Candlewick almost sort of distorted and blurry, almost like a pixelation of it. But each of you seemed to be witnessing something different, or at least hyperfixating on something different inside this chamber. And you realized very quickly the statue was something that you, if you wanted to stop this light, needed to be fixed. And you had to piece that thing back together whilst holding off some mutant mole rats, which were kind of conjured up by this woman. Seems like she was preventing you from doing this. Else it would prevent the Grendel route from working. Let's see here. After you kind of defeated her and the rats, you managed to fix the pillar, and the radiant light seemed to stifle that of the ichor. It seems to dissolve it, as well as dispel some of the violet light in the area. Oh, that's right. Her name was Alice Shade Whisperer, by the way. And before she went down, she said something about each of you being something of a symbiote. Effectively saying that you're no different from her, in a way. And then you went upstairs all the way to the top of the tower, began to fix the crack in the orb itself, and that was the final piece you needed. However, it seems like you also saw a vision of what happened here. All of the souls that were lost as a result of the Grendel root's first eruption. The spires kind of shot through the tower as well as the surrounding buildings and basically collapsed a bunch of the city, and all these souls basically got either trapped, crushed, or died as a result of the strange kind of necrotic energy it seemed to emit. and you had to defeat this amalgamation. When you finally did so, you saw one of the few spirits sort of giving thanks to you and dissipating. And Eirina has been away for a little while, spending 8 hours ferrying those lost souls to their final destination. Meanwhile, Sinali, he went back down into the chamber and began to reach out towards the Grendel route. This is where you are right now. And I believe you touched it again, correct?
Yes, and I opened my eye.
The moment your hand meets the obsidian, your awareness doesn't sharpen, it multiplies. At first, it's just a sense of clarity. You know exactly where your fingers are, every joint, every tendon, every subtle angle of your posture becomes perfectly, impossibly precise. You kind of lose your sight you feel like everything kind of goes dark. Even the sound in this room goes to a deafening silence. But you're able to sort of feel and sketch out your own body in space down to like every millimeter. And then it seems to go further. You feel your arm extending, not physically. Your flesh hasn't moved, but your sense of position stretches beyond it, sliding into the pillar like a hand into cold water. The obsidian no longer feels like stone, it feels like an alignment. You know where the pillar is, not just here, all of it, its height, its depth, the exact angle it leans into the earth. Then more. Your awareness branches downwards, outwards, splitting, multiplying. You feel its roots. Thousands, no, tens of thousands. Jagged, glassy tendrils threading through the underdark like a nervous system made of knives. And they are your knives, your limbs. You know where each one is. You feel a root piercing through a cavern ceiling miles away, another curling around something that moves and then goes still. Hairline fractures spreading like tension in a clenched fist. The slow grinding pressure of earth trying to crush them and failing. Every point exists in you at once. Your body is no longer a body, it's a map of positions too vast to hold. Then something shifts. You realize you're not the only thing mapped here. Scattered across the network, there are interruptions. Places the roots don't just exist, they seem to grip, claws, not metaphorical, not imagined. You feel them the same way you feel your own fingers, like hooked around something, embedded deep. It's waiting. But it seems to suddenly twitch back as though it feels your presence feeling its. They are aware of your position just as you are theirs. For a moment, your mind tries to catalog it. Where are they? How far does it go? But the answer is immediate and overwhelming. Everywhere, the roots. It's all too much, and that kind of clawing suddenly reaches out towards you, and there's an instinct to sort of pull away. and your body snaps back into its proper boundaries, but it all feels far too small. The lingering moments afterwards, there's still something that remains, sort of a phantom awareness of places you are no longer connected to, a sense that kind of your limbs should be longer, that your reach should be further and deeper, that somewhere far beneath the world, something still knows exactly where you are. What does Sinali do?
I suppose at this point, so I get the feeling that they know where I am, so I'm going to, I suppose, if I can, I'd like to try to sort of send almost like a pulse through this network of routes to try to fake me being in another location to where I am, if that's possible.
A pulse.
Yeah.
Let's first see if you are able to figure out how to even do that.
Okay.
For this, it is a... Let me check your sheet. Yeah. This is more of an understanding of what this is. So I'm going to say it is something intelligence-based, but it's probably like medicine as well. I'll accept either investigation or medicine.
I'll try medicine. See if I've got anything that can boost me. I don't think I do. So let's...
This is, weirdly, it is to do with the body, like anatomy. So medicine is the closest thing I can think of. 16. Okay.
That's not terrible.
No, it's not bad. Okay. So, yeah, in a weird way, you might be able to perhaps move a part of this network somewhere else, or at least make it feel like you are moving something somewhere else. You can make a deception check.
Definitely should be better.
But
the dice were not
only an
happy with
11.
me.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna roll this. Bringing it up to a 14.
14. Okay. You are trying to sort of pull the line elsewhere, almost tugging in it like a fishing rod. Something else is like pulling the line elsewhere. You're not sure if it is successful or not, since when you try to feel back to this thing's presence, it hasn't moved necessarily. But you definitely felt like it knew where you were in that particular moment, and now making it kind of sense something somewhere else. It might know that it's a false lead, or it might choose to investigate it anyway. You're not exactly sure, but nonetheless, you are kind of successful in creating what feels like a diversion. We'll see if it works, but...
Yeah.
At least there was no stabbing, agonizing pain this time.
Yes.
It felt like something totally totally different altogether, but...
Interesting. It's almost like yes, this is a different part of the body, perhaps.
Possibly.
It's the
And yet there's not really major distinguishing differences between like this route and say the other one that you've seen. Aside from maybe the black ichor that was clearly leaking out. And the fact that it's been, what, maybe stifled by the radiant light of this divine being, but...
An interesting question. I'm sort of aware of their presence, right? Would you like? I can almost see them. You would say.
See,
or is it more feel?
I would not say see. No, not at all.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, when you kind of first connected, it was like you were blind and deafened. But see as a word, as a vague word, as in a more sense or feel them would be more apt. But
okay, so I
yes,
can't do the other thing I was thinking of trying, but that's fine.
Did you want to learn, try and learn more about what they are, where they are, what?
Well, if I was able to, because these roots seem to be almost like a part of my body at this point, so I could make the point that any of these roots is technically within 30 feet of me at the moment. Because the roots are me. Which would then, if I could see the space, allow me to potentially summon my Hound of Ill Omen in order to look at them.
It is
or
far
something,
removed from sight.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything that would. Yes. I will close my eye, attempting and pull away, attempting to like sever the connection with it.
You are able to. As soon as you're no longer touching that spire, it fades, but there's sort of a phantom feeling of, like I say, it feels like your limb should be longer.
Yeah. Well, that was weird, but it seems like I might have a new toy to play with soon. But will they break me, or will I break them first?
What do you mean a new toy?
Oh, there's other people here. Hi, kitty cat. Well, it seems there might be someone else other than me who has like a connection with these roots, or at least is able to do more with them than most. And I think they might know where I am. I tried tricking them but I don't know how good it was. These roots are weird.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing that there's another person who is able to communicate with these?
I don't know. But there's so many of them, and they're all over the place.
Is it going to be a problem that they know where you are? Like, are they going to send things for us?
Maybe. I mean, I tried sending a distraction to send them somewhere else, but they might come visit, but you can all get some sleep tonight if you sleep, because I don't need to sleep. I never sleep.
Okay.
But I think the library lady wanted to try something with these roots when we were in a safe space, so maybe we should go find her, see if she can work something out.
Yeah.
or we
Yeah,
can
once you
head back to town. Whatever people prefer.
Well, we should probably go and get the other two just while we're here. And just let them know what you found.
Yeah, we should probably wait.
All right. So meanwhile, Eirina and Andalee, you're up on the upper floor. I know Eirina's actually left by now, probably through the smoky door. I guess Andy's just up here at the moment. Did you want to
He's-
join the others, or have you got any idea?
Yeah, she
sorry?
was probably just having a snack.
Oh, okay.
Probably just using the time to have a snack because she's just like, oh, I'm hungry after all that.
All right.
So
Don't
probably if
blame
they
you.
poke their head up, she's got the hamster cheeks.
Hmm. Okay. In that case, then, is there anything you guys want to do in the Starsong Tower, or return back to the Deep Devil's Enclave?
I got it to work. Ba-boom, boom, boom,
I
ba-boom.
think we're good to return back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did we just oh.
Oh.
I was going to say, just beforehand, did we want to check out what was at the end of the tunnel where the rats came from? I know that it was just a rivery bit, but it was they must have come from somewhere, just in case we wanted to check.
Right at the river.
Hmm?
I mean, this river that we're stood by now?
Yeah,
Way
the
in
river.
the basement.
At least to the river.
I think
Pat
what
Kesh'an on the head.
Kesh'an is saying is that there's probably tunnels. They probably didn't come from the river. They're mole rats. They dig, and he'd be right to assume yes, they probably dug their way through the soft soil where it meets the river. Unsure how far those tunnels go, Cam, but they'd probably be a little too small to venture into.
Gotcha.
They were dug by little animalistic claws, but somehow they were drawn to this place. Whether it was the black spire of obsidian, or whether it was her kind of reaching out to them to kind of help her defend this Grendel route, I'm not sure. But they came pretty quickly.
If-
And in quite a few number.
If you do want to go on an adventure and find out, I could turn you into a mole rat.
No, I am perfectly okay. Thank you very much.
You sure?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Should we take a short rest then while we're here?
You did that last session, but there's nothing stopping you from returning back to the Deep Devil's Enclave and
Yeah, Irina's
going
gonna be
for a
gone
full recovery. And
8
Irina's gone for 8 hours, yeah, so you might as well hunker down and rest for the night at this point.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Hmm.
Maybe let
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
let them know that we've completed the task.
Okay. So yeah, when you come back from the Starsong Tower, there's already a few people kind of already looking out up at the ceiling of the cave. There is now a brilliant, radiant light shining down and illuminating the entire cavern. It almost feels like it's daytime here. And people are like, "Wow, where's the light coming from?" And they see it's from Starsong Tower, and then it's when they catch kind of view of everyone returning. I'm like, any word of the Bronze Lions? What happened in there?
Ah,
Well,
yeah, they didn't make it, unfortunately.
The light broke them. The bad light.
Light. You'd better report this all to Balin the Beardless. He's going to want to hear about this.
That's exactly where we're
At least,
I believe
least
our
my
friend is
headache's
trying
gone.
to help them, so
Hmm.
they can at least be at rest.
That's good. Don't want any restless spirits wandering around in here.
No, she'll tuck them up in a nice blanket and give them a pat on the head. Spirituality-wise. Maybe some nice
Well,
warm bread. Do you have any bread?
I'm sure one of the taverns has bread around here.
They got bread.
It might be made of mushrooms, though, so not
I've
your
not
typical.
tried that kind.
Yeah, it's a little bit spongier.
Ooh. Kesh'an, should we go for
Shouldn't-
bread?
Most definitely.
Got an earthy taste to it.
Bread.
Well,
bread.
don't forget about the report. Just
It's
run
alright,
off
the
and
others can do it.
Llyvelin's got it.
Meow.
Llyvelin, all right. Looks like you're left to report. And Kesh'an and Andy go off to find and eat mushroom bread.
Oh, they're gonna get high or something, aren't they?
God, I would suspect there is a more, I guess, the word.
They come and find them later and they're just sat there giggling to each other.
Some of them could be made with tongue of madness into
It's
mushrooms.
it's like those cookies and brownies, you know.
Yeah.
Great.
That's, you know, bread.
Eirina's gone. Karius isn't here. I'm the only adult.
And I'm possibly older than you. Weird, huh?
Oh, crap. Forgot you were still here. You just sneak up on us.
I like you. You smell like dirt.
I prestigitate myself.
Precipitate yourself to what you think is the normal smell,
Come on,
and that still smells like grave dirt.
Yep.
Damn it.
At least the Sinali's.
And then prestigitate Sinali.
Okay. Little Llyvelin aftershave. Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
you should
Yeah, you-
bottle that and market it. There you go.
Oh, no.
Entrepreneur
Try to...
in the making.
I actually prestigitate Sinali to smell like bread in the hopes of bringing back Andy and Kesh'an at some point.
Oh, okay. Hopefully they go full circle and end up right back.
We found
Yeah.
the bread. Oh, it's Sinali.
You must have stole the bread. We'll say you report back to Balin the Beardless, Llyvelin, and you kind of give him the news, everything that happened, and after which he sort of wraps up the conversation with saying, "Well, it's good that probably a lot more people are going to get a good night's sleep after all this.
Yeah.
Still, I can't help but wonder what this Alice Shade Whisperer was on about. Sounds really ominous."
It was unsettling.
And how are you feeling all about it?
Hmm. To an extent, told me stuff I kind of already knew. But, yeah. Unnerving. Very unnerving. Would have been nice to have got a bit more information on that before we dealt with her. But the tower is, I won't say safe. It's safer. And you probably want to take control of it so no one breaks that statue again, because Broken statue, broken light.
Aye, we'll send another team there to help secure it. And
Don't worry
Thank you
about the
again.
gargoyle. Seems to be friendly. Likes to
Hmm.
count heads.
no, we
you
haven't
might-
seen.
No, you go. Sorry.
The gargoyle hasn't given us any trouble, so. Anyway, thank you again. And it looks like the light here is going to be quite helpful in from day-to-day activities, at least.
Yeah.
You get through quite a lot of torches.
Now you can spare them for when you go a little bit deeper.
I'd say you've earned yourselves a nice long rest in Deep Delver's Enclave. And of course, you can tell your other friends that they're welcome to gain a license to get further into the Black Glass Crevasse. You're clearly capable of handling yourselves, and well, there's quite a long backlog of tasks that need ticking off down there.
Any in particular you'd like us to check out while we're down there?
Well,
Anything of interest?
there's caverns that seem to be closed off that have yet to be reopened, and there's caverns that we never even knew about that have opened. So really, there's endless things to explore. We'd love to get to find the Deep Gnomes settlement again. It's been closed off for nearly 2 centuries. It's known as Violet Falls. But other than that, there's also the what else? Actually, there is a sort of tower that one of your friends did mention about.
Oh.
The Tower of Irons.
Look at Sinali like. Is that the upside
But,
down one you mentioned?
Might be.
it's kind of overrun though at the moment. Hobgoblins and orcs, they're a bit of a menace to deal with in more recent times.
Been a
You
long
always
time
clear-
since I played with orcs.
It was clear them out. But for now, I would just take a rest, and I can explain all about those locations in the morning.
Sounds good. We're waiting on a friend anyway. She's
All right.
helping those that we had to take out in the tower.
All right. Well,
Okay. Well,
Off with you.
speak more about this in the
Um,
morning.
okay.
Thank you.
Then,
You might want to tell people to boil the water before they drink it, just in case.
right. Good point.
That is actually a very good point to make. Don't want them turning into mole rats. I say as I walk out.
Or
Just to throw a little
zombies.
bit of confusion in there.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, James, you might want to just select your token. So the rest of you are waiting for Eirina to come back. Kesh'an, Andy, you find this fantastical mushroom bread stall, devour a whole bunch of it. It's probably mostly safe to eat, but there are more.
Mostly.
What's the word? Yeah, mostly. I will say there's probably more experimental brands which do use more potent mushrooms. Depends how crazy you two are going, but
Hey, she's up for trying anything once.
oh god. Okay, well yeah, should have 8 hours to rest it off anyway. I guess both of you can give me con saves.
Winning a sandwich. Hmm.
Wow, looks like Andy's actually able to cope with it better than Kesh'an. That's incredible. Yeah, Andy, you've had all kinds of breads before. Spicy bread, you know, it really high flavorful stuff, and you've been okay. I think your body is just acclimated to all kinds at this point. Kesh'an,
Hey, she
however,
was a
yeah,
street rat, let's face it. She's had to eat worse than that.
oh god, yeah, maggoty bread, yeah. And yeah, your stomach's grown accustomed to it. Unfortunately, Kesh'an, you are tripping balls.
He's just stood at the nearest root, just screaming at it. What is
It's
it?
probably this one.
Ah!
For you, it looks like a giant upside down ice cream cone that's like fallen into the floor, and now the ice cream's melting everywhere.
Yeah, he's
You
just
called my mother or what?
It's just gonna be on the floor, like, no ice cream.
Oh no! As you drop to the floor, it gets even worse. As you look at the stalactite-ridden ceiling, there are just ice cream cones all from the ceiling, like melting and dripping down onto your head.
And he's just sat there watching him in fascination, like, this is hilarious.
He's frozen in
And I
fear.
cannot leave him unattended right now. It's
I
like
love the fact that we all know he could technically purge this from himself, yet he's choosing not to do that.
It's
The
not.
ice cream told me not to.
Venda, do you have any water for my friend? Preferably one without mushrooms in it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Here, they hand you a water skin of fresh water.
Instead of kind of like offering it to drink, she just kind of like tips it all over him.
Yep. And at that point, I'll purge. In the moment of clarity.
I kind of
Just
expected the kitty. Meow!
Your fair's all wet and droopy now.
We gotta take some of those to the ship.
Yes, but we do not tell them the effect.
Yes. Okay, we're stockpiling the ship.
Well, all right. Well, there'll be 20 gold for a full batch if you want.
I'm already handing it over.
Okay.
Platinum. There we go.
2 platinum. All right. Wow,
He's just
platinum.
glad the
Nice. Okay. You can put down that you've got a potent mushroom bread, probably. Oh, what's it called?
Trippy bread.
Trippy bread.
We'll keep hold of it until we find Eirina, because we'll need to put it in the bag of holding to keep it fresh.
That's true. That's very
Okay.
true.
I shall add it on.
Cool.
Trippy bread.
Trippy bread.
How many have I got?
20, I think he said.
20.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Full batch. Dream cap crust. Oh,
Next time we
Or
are
like
celebrating,
sourdough.
we get this stuff out.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
okay.
Oh god, what are we doing? I would never do this in real life.
Head back and probably find everyone at the Raven's Claw Inn.
I was going to say Ravenclaw.
Raven's Claw. It's this little location here. Yeah, it's where you could get a room. Or is a
Awesome.
tavern? Lucky Loot Tavern. Either one. But yeah, it's probably, since you've helped out a few of the denizens, they say, like, you know what? It's the room's on us. It's good to hear that that violet light has been dealt with. It's keeping everyone up. The headaches and the strange buzzing sound is gone. So feel free to make yourselves at home here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will find a room. I shall go and meditate
Okay.
and think about what I've just done.
Had one of the most amazing experiences you recently had.
Yes. Self-reflection.
That we probably shouldn't tell your elders back at your monastery.
Yep.
If you still have
Sure,
a
I
monastery.
could probably share it with them.
Is that how you guys find enlightenment?
It was very enlightening.
Oh no.
You started something.
Maybe it would help Ladova with his journey.
Sure. In the morning, well, actually, 8 hours later, so near morning, Eirina, you've been doing this all day, haven't you? The ferrying of souls.
Yes.
I hope that you only need a short rest. I mean, yeah, technically it's a warlock, you'll be fine. But you can give me a Constitution saving throw, since this has been a long, arduous task. Just see how awake you've been.
Nope, that's the ability check. Saving throw is underneath,
It's a
isn't
little
it?
yes, underneath.
I gotta get
Little
used to that.
shield.
Yeah, got it. 21.
Wow. 21. You know what? You're actually doing just fine. It feels as though the ethereal plane, although, well, not the ethereal plane.
Yeah, ethereal plane.
No, it is. The ethereal is the ethereal plane. Yeah, although the air seems like almost thinner, it seems as though you're weirdly attuned to it. Like, this is a natural place for you. Others might struggle, but it seems Candlewick and your connection to them has afforded you some sort of adaptability. And the souls aren't unwilling. They seem to be quite eager in order, and they haven't been a nuisance or anything. They've been you're taking them to a nice location, to Mount Celestia. It is a utopian afterlife. It's effectively heaven, right? So it's not a hard journey where you have to go through like the hells or something. You get brief glimpses every time that kind of door opens or the smoke sort of sifts in the doorway of those rolling fields and this beautiful mountain. There's a blue sky with a radiant sun beaming down. And yeah, up to the pearly gates these souls go, effectively. And it's a sense of accomplishment and reward from this. It doesn't feel a tiresome chore. Actually, there's a kind of great job satisfaction in leading these lost souls to their resting place. And by the time you return, you don't feel really that much fatigue. It's been long, but it hasn't been too strenuous.
I'm assuming that I can find my way back to my friends rather than to the tower.
Yeah, sure. You
Like
can
I can figure out
return.
where their souls are and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go this way.
Right. It's not too difficult. I think with Candlewick, he kind of knows this place almost like the back of his hand, if he had one. But it's a place he's wandered for God knows how long, centuries maybe. He's been the ferryman, and navigating the ethereal is an easy task.
Hmm. Do you
You
feel
led
better
the
for it?
souls.
Or
There's this sort of feeling of air escaping your lungs, an exasperated sigh. It give me an insight check, Eirina.
11.
It doesn't seem like they are particularly communicative about this. Maybe they don't want to talk about it, but they're not giving you much sign whether they feel good or not. It's just sort of a sigh. That's all you're getting.
All right, you don't have to talk about it right now, but we made a deal. I'm here to help. It's whatever eases the burden.
It's sort of a slight heat around your shoulders.
I can't imagine it's been fun for you, but you got me. And as long as we're both together, it's all right. We can deal with this.
The heat around the shoulders intensifies, and you're not sure whether it means it's a shrug or whether it's representative of a burden.
All right.
With an 11, you're sort of left guessing. Maybe both. You're not sure.
Regardless, still the same. But I think we should get back now. Don't you? I'm hungry.
As soon as you say that, you see the door kind of appear in front of you. And
Karius
through it,
actually
you can
is covered
smell.
head to toe in soot.
Yes, probably. Yeah. Eirina steps through and into the tavern. The warm smell of bread, fresh bread, and hops also hits your nose.
Oh, good. What time is it?
Well, let's think. How long were
Like,
you up?
is everyone awake, or are they still in bed, or am I having breakfast or am I
probably-
having dinner?
They're probably in bed, I would say.
Okay, I'm having dinner.
Okay, you can all. I think Eirina, you can finish a short rest. Everyone else, you can finish a long rest.
Short rest is the knife and fork, right?
That's right. Yes.
Sweet, I'm having
Welcome
dinner.
back.
Welcome back.
Enjoy the afterlife?
It was a long walk, but this beautiful sight, the pearly gates.
I don't remember any gates.
That's because you're still alive, sort of.
I remember floating in a space of nothingness for a while.
Also, I'd mentioned that I was going to award you inspiration for this, sort of giving up your long rest to help those in need, and also fulfilling Candlewick's nature. So don't forget to add that.
Where does that go?
Next to your level.
Ooh,
There you go.
nice. Ooh, glowy.
Glowy indeed. Okay. So, all right. Come morning, everyone's getting breakfast most likely, I'm sure. It's very early morning. It's still most people are still probably asleep. Everyone else is up early because you went to bed pretty early, I'm guessing, from being tripped out on mushroom bread.
We say nothing.
Yes.
You didn't have much
And if-
trouble after I left, did you?
Yeah, much trouble.
I mean, you made your way back here, so I'm assuming everything was fine.
Yeah, everything was all good.
Yeah.
Better than all
Okay.
good. And he gives a conspiratory grin to
Yeah.
Kesh'an.
Chapel,
Next.
chapel.
Explain things to Balin while these two ran around the enclave looking for bread.
I was hungry.
That's fair.
It has been a long day.
What did Balin have to say?
We've now got access to go further into the caverns and that.
Okay.
Generally, just to explore, but there's two places you should check out. Find the deep gnome village called Violet Falls
Mhm.
and the Tower of Irons, full of goblins, hobgoblins, and orcs. But we could speak more to him in the morning. Being now. Or any time now. If you're up for it.
Is Sinali sharing her experience with the rest?
Yeah. So, I managed to connect with the route again, but the other route, it was different. It was like I was connected to all the routes. There were lots of them. But it wasn't just me connected to them. There was someone or something else. And I think it might be better with them than I am and knew where I was, but I tried to trick it so it would go somewhere else. But it might come to play, whatever it is.
I also have something to share from when I popped into the astral sea with regards to all this, because while I was in there, not only did I see the creepy hands kind of like coming closer to each and every one of us to, like, I don't know, induct us into that weird cultish shit that woman was in, but it looked like glass. It had exploded everywhere. Like something, like, I don't know. You know, have you ever seen those really, really pretty glass, colorful orbs that kind of like catch light and shine sparkles and all that kind of stuff? But it kind of looked like one of those had gone from the inside and shattered outwards.
Is that not similar to the city?
Hmm.
That's what I thought.
Weird.
How-
This is what
How close was it to the grabby hands?
I mean, I think it was all kind of like combined in the same area, sort of thing, wasn't it?
The they were effectively like the roots that had shot out.
That was it.
And when the roots and their kind of spiky, curved nature began to reach towards you, it was like 5 of them, like each like a digit of a finger reaching out towards each of you.
From like the
And because
middle
there
of
were
the
5,
path.
yeah, it
Yeah.
felt like that's the kind of claw-like image you were getting, is because there were 5 particular spires, like reaching one each for the
Yeah,
members of the Kiasters.
she'll explain that it kind of like they were reaching out from inside the shatter towards them.
Concerning.
So I don't know. Was it trying to like pull us into it? Like has I don't know. It was. I don't know. Either way, I think it's connected.
Is it possible that I guess these grabby hands are looking for something maybe, and whatever it was taken maybe a long time ago, but now something's changed recently that's caused problems? Maybe the city you speak about, maybe that's connected? Like something there, but now it can't get there, so it's angry?
I'm gonna pull out a bit of paper and a pen and just shove them towards Andy. Do you think you could try and draw what it looked like so we have a better idea?
I can try. I don't know how good Andy's drawing skills are.
I mean, you fixed that statue, so
That's true. And she kind of like puffs her chest out proud.
and you invented a whole new way of casting magic.
That's very true. Like,
Just bigger up, she can do anything.
Her head just gets bigger. But yeah, she'll do her best to kind of like draw what she saw.
Okay. So, yeah, there's what looks like this explosion, eruption, rapid growth of this black glass that sort of shot out in every direction, and the roots are sort of extending from that, a claw reaching out towards each of you.
Now, I have a question about the central point of this, which is why I wanted Andy to draw it.
Okay.
The way you said like it's like it's bursting out and it's like roots.
Yeah.
Is it bursting out from like a flat-ish looking surface? Like it's like bursting out of like the ground or a wall, or is it like it's bursting from a seed, like a circular
And singular source almost.
Yeah. Is it breaking from like within something or from like the other side of something?
It looks like an impact. If someone were to throw a big spherical orb against the floor and captured it the moment that it was exploding outwards.
Okay, so a little bit of both then.
Kind of like it's been dropped.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That switches up my theory a little bit. Okay.
Is it possible that whatever, because people said about like something hitting a long time ago, but is it possible that that hit, but in the place that Andy goes, and it's just affected here? So rather than hitting here,
I mean, it's possible. Like the records say that something fell from the sky, but whether that's myth or truth is a whole other ballgame. No one around today was around back then, so all we have to go by is records that aren't very clear.
So we need to find someone who was around back then and talk to them?
Would there be anyone? This
Well,
is what? How long ago did we say this happened?
Audra said that this place has always had this black glass. That's why it got
Yeah.
its name.
So I don't know if
Even
there's
before
anyone
the
still around.
Majocracy, before the White Order, the Order of the White Sun, they date it back perhaps millennia. There's no real telling, but all the dated history, all the civilizations that have ever been down here, they've all recorded the same black glass running through its caverns.
I mean, there might not be anyone still alive who could tell us about it. But
Yeah.
there could be someone who's not alive.
True, but it's making sure we find. I don't know what they do with the dead down here.
Well, where I was, they threw them in a big pile, but that's probably not typical.
I don't think that's normal custom.
More common than you think.
Oh.
Do you reckon Eirina would have learnt about ancient civilizations or the first civilizations ever? The oldest beings in the known multiverse. Do you think she would have ever researched that?
I mean, possibly. Like, she's obsessed with, she's always been obsessed with this particular place because she wanted to come here and be, like, the explorer down here. So there's potential that she kind of did that, but I don't know how far back she would have looked.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me a history check.
Okay. 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to say with that, you're pretty much the same equivalent knowledge as what the Deep Delvers have, which, if you look in the RFS notes, you will see how far back they've been able to date.
Mm-hmm.
But they know that history spans further than the last 6 centuries.
Yeah.
But the oldest people you're currently aware of is of the Majocracy of the Ebon Star, aka the Majora the Arcanum Majora.
Like, is there any mention of where these guys are buried?
I'm glad you asked that.
I think you got a spell for this kind of thing.
Glad you asked where they are buried. As almost on cue, in fact. I'm going to say that as you're thinking about this, dating back, like, well, they might know. Maybe you could talk to a dead one of them. You have spoke to one of those who are dead, but the ones who are, quote, like, buried here, they were defeated by the Order of the White Sun, right? And, well, you were already told by the tower that the Majora Arcanum, the Arcanum Majora, they could not be necessarily killed, at least not some of the more powerful ones. And you never looked quite into that, what that meant, but you knew that they were notoriously difficult to remove. And as you're sort of thinking about this, there is suddenly the shattering scream from somewhere else, somewhere deep within the Deep Delver's enclave. You can hear it, perhaps it's coming from the main thoroughfare. And it just seems to split the general day-to-day activities, the kind of silence of the morning.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm running towards the sound.
Okay.
We not have
you
one day where things don't go to shit.
Maybe she's
But-
gone running for bread.
We're adventurers. We're heroes. This is the shit we do.
Yeah, but even heroes need breaks.
We had one.
Uh-oh. Okay. As you run out into the thoroughfare, you see,
follow.
actually, as it happens, the same bread vendor from before that seems to now have been lifted up off the ground. They're hovering, and it seems like blood is flowing from his eyes.
Okay, that's not good.
Wait, what?
And his mouth is twisted into a snarl.
Maybe they had the bad
And
bread.
you... Maybe you are still tripping after all. No, it's clearly real. Everyone else around you is staring with abhorrent expressions like, oh my god, what's happening? And you see his voice you hear his voice calling out, but he more so looks towards the group here, and maybe more specifically in Sinali's direction. It's hard to tell with all the blood flowing from his eyes, but you hear them say something in a kind of cracked voice, their neck almost being twisted to say the words, as though air is being wrenched from their lungs and formulated into these words. And it says,
I am nearly free. Where are you? I know you're up here. I sensed you.
Oh.
And when I break this prison, I'll be coming for you.
Who are
and
you?
with that, with a crack, you see their neck kind of twist fully around, their back breaking as they fall to the ground in a heap. At that, you suddenly see there's this kind of wind that picks up around the stalls, knocking things off of the shelves, off of their stands. Like merchandise goes absolutely flying everywhere. And then that rushing wind seems to fly towards the group. You see almost like dust and like the roofs of the stalls coming completely off their stands. And I think at that point, I'll ask you all to roll initiative, because it is still coming towards you. Let's get this here.
This is where I should remember not to talk to strangers.
Okay. And it's up first by the looks.
Yeah,
It's
this is why
up
my
first
computer
when
freaked out.
Kesh'an got a 25 for initiative.
I got
Yeah.
26.
Oh.
So, Eirina, you just want to roll?
Yeah, I will once my computer unfreezes. Every time the turn order is kicked off, it has a hissy fit.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Okay, well,
Can someone roll for me, please? Just click.
okay. Alright, so I'm going to need, as it flies into the group, I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con
Sure.
save.
Yep.
Boink. Boink.
Ah.
Sean's
Nice.
good.
Roll on my
Valen's
part.
alright.
Ouch.
Andy is not so good. Okay. Alright, that is
Neither am I.
going to... No, you're not. Kesh'an and Llyvelin, I think the only ones who make it. Eirina needs to roll as well.
Yep, my initiative's only just popped up on my screen, so this might take me a while.
Well, you're welcome. I gave you a nat 20. Okay,
Thank you.
so
Does this happen to
You
be a
rolled.
poison effect?
no, it's not. It's bizarre, actually. You're not expecting it, but there is suddenly a crackle of thunder. Boom, rips out of your lungs, and 15 damage. Okay, so
Ow.
those who succeed take half. All right, so you're only taking 7, Andy. Llyvelin takes. Sorry, Andy takes the full 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Kesh'an only takes 7. Eirina takes 7. And Sinali takes 15. It feels like your lungs have suddenly ruptured in the same kind of fashion when it looked like that individual was giving out their last breath, as though something was wrenching out the air in their lungs. That's happening to you guys forcibly. All the air in your lungs is expelled at the same time, with such a thunderous force that it it like actually makes a boom. And those who failed also are unable to cast spells with a verbal component, as it feels like
Holy-
you are suffocating.
Oh,
Crap, that would have been bad.
So
Yes.
I'll ask the question, Chris. Does that
Mhm.
affect me because I don't need to breathe?
No, it does not. I guess
Okay.
you're fine.
Just like
Unless,
ah.
yeah.
Lungs.
Well, do you need to still use verbal components for your spells, though? Right? You're just not suffocating,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
So
say
that's why I
that.
wasn't sure if it was still affecting
Okay.
in that way.
Yeah. You still can't cast spells, but you're not suffocating
Okay.
at the very least.
That's fine.
Okay. That is actually its go, and after that, it's Kesh'an.
So I might be being stupid here, but where is it?
Indeed. Good question.
And there's no answer.
Huh.
That is your answer.
So I shall start my turn by saying, "Where are you?"
You look around only to see the fleeing citizens running in every which direction, but there is an unseen wind that seems to be flying around in this place. And you're underground. There shouldn't be wind, and yet the stalls have been knocked aside. It felt like there was this burst, like a typhoon, flying down the thoroughfare, knocking everything aside and leaving a cloud of dust in its wake.
Gotcha. Which way is the wind blowing?
Anywhere.
It blew
Wind blow-
towards you, but before it like reached you, there was this vortex that sucked all the air out of your lungs,
Okay.
It, in other words, is incredibly hard to tell where it is
Yeah.
when everything around is being kind of knocked around.
Gotcha.
But I will tell you firmly that it is clearly invisible, whatever it is.
Well, I am going to climb up onto this roof, and I'm going to prepare my chakram, and I'm just going to hold an action for when it shows itself.
Okay. Alright, Sinali.
Just seeing if anything that I summon has blind sight or see invisibility or anything, because I know I don't, but something, I have a few things I can summon, so I'm just going to check. Because I don't know all of these work. My Hound of Ill Omen weirdly might, but no, but I can only summon that against a creature I can see. I can't see it.
Right. Sinali, you could not see it before. Seems like you cannot see it now.
Do you think it's maybe the
Okay.
ethereal? Can you attack from the ethereal?
I mean,
Typically, no.
No, you can't.
you can pop out and pop back in, I guess, from a...
Yeah. You could pop in and out like Blink.
Yeah. I'm also limited on what I can do because of
No verbal, yeah.
yeah. Waiting for the homebrew rules to load. I mean, it used Thunder on us, so it probably wouldn't work to use Thunder on it.
Oh no, while in the ethereal plane, you can affect and be affected by only the creatures, objects, and effects on that plane. So if they're in the ethereal, you could affect them, but you can't from if they're on this plane.
Yeah.
Attack them from the ethereal.
Semantic.
Yeah, I think that's what Kesh'an was asking. Is like, could they punch through the ethereal into us?
No, you have to be on the same plane.
Yeah.
Can you
I
see
guess.
invisibility? See through invisibility from the ethereal?
You mean, can a creature in the ethereal see something in the physical? Yes.
I will, I guess, position myself probably in front of the group, and just attempt. Oh, I didn't mean to get Kesh'an. He's obviously on top of the building. So, for myself.
Yeah, you seem to launch a blast around you. It's
Yeah, for some reason that targets me, which is weird.
all right. Oh, there you go.
I'll fix that. I don't know if it's near me in order for me to hit it, but it was the best I could
Doesn't
do.
seem like it hit anything. In fact, actually, as you moved, need to do this decently. Yep, you did.
Opportunity on there. Behind us.
You are struck as you move and hit for, is it 12 force damage?
Ow.
As this thing seems to almost send you hurtling forward. Okay.
That's mean.
Eirina.
Okay. Yeah, assuming the guy was possessed, I'm assuming there's some sort of ghosty spirit thingy around. So we're just gonna roll it out and go ethereal.
Speak, apparition.
I just got back and off we go again.
What level is ethereal? 7th level.
Yeah.
Isn't that one of your Mystic Arcanums?
Yes.
Can you only use your Mystic Arcanums once per long rest?
It does not say. Let me have a look, hold on. It's because it's... Yeah, it's long rest, so I can't do it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll have to think of something else.
That doesn't help me.
I think it's behind you, or around that sort of area.
Do you know what I might be able to do? Hang on, let me check a thing. Let me check a thing!
I just realised should be an advantage. It's alright, it's not a crit.
God, if my computer would just stop being so dang slow.
Llyvelin, what are you doing? Casting 4 alarms. Oh no, that's probably from earlier. Just get rid of that.
What?
Don't worry. Uh-oh. Can't cast any verbal spells anyway, by the way. Just remember. So, even if you did have Etherealness, it's a verbal spell, so you wouldn't be able to cast
Wait,
it.
even though I
Didn't
passed.
Eirina?
Oh, you passed actually. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
Sorry, it
rolled
looks
me
like
in
your
that
health is
thing.
lower than. It looks like your health is lower than the rest. So I thought you took the 15, but it's because you
No,
were
no, no, it's because I didn't
not
go
fully
all the
topped
way
up. Yeah, I know, because you don't take a short rest. All right. Anyway, what are you doing?
Bleh.
Cool. I'll blur you back.
Oh, I don't know. I'll hold my action. Arms of Hadar, if anything comes around me, I guess.
All right. Well, you definitely feel something around you, as it seems you're hesitating for so long. A slash through the air suddenly hits you from behind.
Cool.
You take 8 points of force damage at the end of your turn, but nothing shows itself.
My God, has it got legendary actions?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Damn.
All right. Well, Llyvelin. I mean, sorry, Andy. Andy can't cast
Hey.
spells.
Yeah, but she can still pop up her hood and see what's going on behind the scenes in the astral to see if there's any connection.
Hmm.
So yeah, she's gonna pop her hood up and have a look because, of course, she was talking about those creepy hands earlier, and she's like, uh oh,
Mm-hmm.
wondering if maybe they're back. So
Okay. Let me think.
Good chat.
All right. Isn't quite what you expect, except that there is still the Grendel route all around you. Where the spires are, you see those. They exist in the astral sea. For whatever reason, they are not just physical, but seemingly extend into the world of dreams and imagination, into the space between space, into the blind eternities. They are still somehow here. Except you don't see a creature attacking anyone in particular. That creature is still very much in the material plane, it seems. So you're not seeing it here. But give me a perception check regardless, because there is something more subtle that you might spot.
yeah.
27?
27.
Okay. There is something extending deep from the Grendel root, and it seems to be tied up around one particular root, all the way around, up to the very tip. There is what looks to be some sort of gorse, like wrappings. That's
Okay.
maybe stained with some sort of blood. And it's extended all the way up to the nearest spire to which Sinali happened to be standing at the time. Almost like this wrapping has sort of sought out through using the Grendel root as a network, and the
Okay.
wrapping has sort of spiraled up towards them.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's loosely in the air, so where it spirals and trails off of the tip of the Grendel root, there is now sort of a bundle of it, sort of slowly just hovering in mid-space, sort of like how you are in the astral sea, sort of floating. It's floating there, roughly behind where Eirina is, where you are, in fact, almost like right next to you, Eirina and Andy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bundle of loose wrapping, covered, sort of stained in blood.
Okay.
And as you look at this, you also feel a strange sense of vertigo. You're not quite sure why, but I'll explain if you happen to come back next turn. 'Cause
Next
it takes an
session,
action
we
to
are
do that.
done.
Not next session, next turn.
Yeah.
All right, Llyvelin. For now, you're observing that strange wrapping. All right, Llyvelin.
So, Sinali and Kesh'an have left a bit. Eirina's here.
Oh,
Andy's
yes,
disappeared.
Cam. Sorry, you raised your hand, Cam.
Sorry, would the wrappings trigger my held attack?
No, only Andy can see into the astral sea.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed.
Yeah,
No worries.
that's all right. Yeah. Okay.
And I have no clue where this thing is. So, seeing Eirina get directly attacked, I am just gonna place a wall of fire around us. In a circle. And I hope it doesn't actually get us here. It shouldn't actually hit us. I'm gonna like 20 feet tall.
Okay. Sinali's just on the inside, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Sinali's inside. Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Grimoire shouldn't have to make a dex save.
Ah,
Neither should I.
I assume he's on you.
I don't know why he's out. But
Just
Are we
roll it.
rolling these dex saves?
Just
No.
roll it. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yes, just roll it.
Oh, I did not.
Or close it. Either one. All right. So that's your action.
Why is it making me do things?
It's your action.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'm just hoping that it took damage and it veers away from Eirina.
Let me see.
Because. Ooh.
It succeeded.
It
But
would take half.
you definitely burn up a great deal of the air around you, and that wind seems to, I guess, it seems like you ward off the wind a little.
It was wind that first attacked us, so hopefully, yeah.
Yep. Okay. You also, because this wall is opaque, you can't see through it either.
No, but we can't see the thing
Which
anyway,
actually
so-
means, no, you can't see the thing, but you can only assume the thing can't see you because suddenly there's this updraft. Suddenly the wind feels like it's lifting, picked up, and then suddenly slams down right in front of you. You feel like the wind just pushes all your hair back suddenly. And
Oh.
that means I'm also going to make one quick swing and a... Hope but a hit. Okay, yeah, it's going to hit. Take only a little bit of damage. I need you to roll a concentration check
It's.
for that wall.
Does that look like it would be blockable if I shielded? Because I can't see your rolls.
Nope, can't see my rolls. It's true. Can't even see the attacker necessarily.
So was it a 19? Was it less than 19? Shall I say?
It's too high for a shield, unless you
Okay.
upcast your shield.
I can upcast my shield.
Yep,
Since when? What's it?
you can upcast it since
Oh.
learnt about the new way to shield.
Oh, I haven't actually seen that.
No, it's all right. I don't think it'd be worth in this instance. You still made the concentration check. You only took 11 points of force damage.
Oh, that's
Alright.
cool. I can make even better.
It is its turn.
And it's in here with us.
Yeah, it is.
Great.
Gonna go full ham, I think. Sinali, you seem to be the target for this thing's fury. And if you could hear it, probably would be saying something like, "Found you." But it's just this wind that sounds like a voice. Okay. So 23. That's definitely a hit. Takes 7 points of force damage. Okay, and then a second swing. Gotta keep this thing invisible. There we go. And you can tell, everyone can see that Sinali is being lifted up off the ground, then smashed back down, then lifted a second time, thrown against the wall. And in fact, for this last one, I'm actually going to make it a shove. And you can go ahead and give me your athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, acrobatics is slightly better for me for this, so acrobatics is.
Okay. I will roll strength. Think you got lucky. Yes, you did. You feel the wind trying to shove you into the wall of fire, and thankfully you managed to succeed on that. You're just barely holding onto the ground, like digging your nails into the dirt. And that's going to end its go. Kesh'an.
Still have no idea.
It's in the circle.
I guess I'll just pick a random spot and shoot. No, that's stupid. I'm just holding my action until it is.
It is not appearing, despite it attacking, seemingly doing all of its things.
Okay.
You don't
well,
expect this thing to come visible anytime soon. Unless, of course, someone does something crazy, but I think they would have done that by now if they had the option.
Okay, with the burst of speed then, I'm just going to go to the center and I'm just going to do round of attacks, all corners.
Okay, sure.
I'm literally going to fucking spin kick this shit. So...
Okay. Just roll with disadvantage.
Oh, well, that's a nat 20 on one, but
Stolen.
disadvantage.
Yep.
That's 3
So-
plus 13.
13
13
misses.
Cool.
Yeah, whiffs. Here, let me blind you, and that'll help.
Yep, that's cool. Second attack.
God damn it, it's still rolling flat.
Holding control.
Yeah, it's supposed to be disadvantage. So it should also come up with a prompt like, hey, do you want advantage or disadvantage? But I guess not.
That'll be
In any case.
25 for that.
25. That seems to connect with something.
Oh, sick. Well, in that case,
But-
Constitution saving throw, please.
Hmm. Okay. Alright. It would actually fail that. I'm gonna burn a legendary resistance. Because it's got those this time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But it feels as though when you punch into something here, there is this pressure. Like the wind is intense in this one area.
Then I'm gonna focus on that, and I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Oops.
Two balls.
That one whiffs again. Seems to be quick to react and dodges out of the way.
This is right. I'm just gonna roll 2d20s instead of rolling the attack because then I can. So that would be a 16, 26.
That's a hit.
Okay,
So you can roll 3d4 plus 5.
And can I have a dex save, please?
Okay. Big saves. It's very good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it passes. Yep.
And
It's like trying to shove something that is almost incorporeal.
Gotcha. And so last one in this round. Oh, another 2.
And that is the last miss, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Woof.
It feels as swift and evasive as yourself, I'm afraid, Kesh'an. Right, Sinali.
Right. Having seen Kesh'an do their flurry of blows, did I see like whereabouts they were hitting when they actually impacted?
Yeah, they were sort of punching the air directly in front of them.
And so, like this sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And can I use verbal components yet?
It says. Savage turns. Not until you. Damn. I've misread something. You will need to roll a con save at the end of your turn, actually. Sorry about that. You should have rolled.
Yeah, I'll roll.
Go ahead and
for
roll.
last.
And Eirina, you not Eirina, Andy as well. Okay. That's a fine success. You're good. You can indeed cast again.
At the end of my turn, then last turn, Tilly would have began taking a deep breath. Yes,
Okay.
I will
Andy's still
cast
unable to cast spells yet.
This myself.
Okay.
And let's go this one. As I am then
Actually-
going to, assuming this works.
Weirdly, Andy going into the Astral Sea sort of actually ends that effect. I just realized. Going into the Astral Sea just completely stops that. So you're fine. Yeah. The same way you could use that if you're ever grappled, Andy. Or restrained, for that matter. Like, there's nothing stopping you just using your hood.
I just
Unless
think
you were,
of
like,
Sword in
stunned
the
or
Stone
paralyzed.
when Merlin turns into the germ.
Alright, so this is a dex save.
Caught me, Mim.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still
Succeeds
take
again.
half damage.
Okay, sure. A little,
6 acid damage.
a little 6 acid. All right. Yeah, it seems like deck saves are not the way to go against this thing. It keeps wifting and wafting around, just instantly dodging out of the spells and effects.
I suppose, as it like got partially hit by the acid, is there like any flecks of acid hanging in the air to suggest that's where it was?
It does not, no. If anything,
Yeah.
as the flex go into it, it then spins it around and flings it away. Whatever this is,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel physical. In fact, when I said Kesh'an punched something, it just felt like there was a pressure in the air, not something that is invisible, but there is a force here. Okay.
Yep, that's me.
That's you. All right, Eirina.
Okay. The thing that I can do that's probably really batshit crazy and could badly backfire.
We like batshit crazy.
Yeah, but not when it can potentially backfire, but then we could potentially, if it does backfire, we could fix it maybe a little bit easier. But... Sorry, I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up a little bit. It's almost there.
Let's go crazy.
It also does rely on me hitting the thing.
Yes.
Yes.
When we can't see it.
Yes. Right. I'm going to save this potentially for the next turn. So for now, I am just going to try to smack it with Candlewick.
Okay. Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Well, can I click it or not? Is there a target? Or am I just rolling?
Nope. You just roll with disadvantage.
That's fine. I just wanted to... No, I don't want to target myself!
That is batshit crazy.
Yeah, not what I wanted to do. It just auto rolled. It didn't let me select, whereas earlier it did. That's annoying.
Yes, that is annoying.
Right. Let me just roll a flat d20.
Foundry doing the Foundry things.
Okay, so 17.
Mhm.
That actually hits.
Sweet.
You deal 9 damage.
Cool. Second attack. I'm just going to do the 2 d20s.
What damage type is this, though? Piercing?
Let me double check.
Hmm.
Candlewick is... Does not say.
It's your packed blade, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Oh, yes,
don't look at
hitting.
Candlewick. Okay.
Cool. So, 2d20.
Whenever you attack with a bonded weapon, you can use your charisma modify the attack rolls instead of strength or dex. You can cause the weapon to deal necrotic, psychic, or radiant damage, or its normal damage.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. Well, you can go from. I'll say, going forward, you notice that the piercing doesn't seem to be stabbing into anything physical. It just kind of pushes your blade aside.
If I'd have known this, I'd have used Radiant from the start. We'll say this is a new thing Candlewick does. Sure. Second one. So I'm just going to roll 2d20s.
Okay, that's 10 plus 10. It's a hit. 20.
Sweet.
I guess for the most sense, it actually more makes like necrotics makes the most sense, to be honest. But you can choose each time you cause the weapon to deal damage. Like you get a choice every time you swing, basically.
Yeah. Damage
So which
roll.
one? What type of necrotic? Necrotic or radiant or?
Yeah, we'll go necrotic.
Okay, necrotic.
See what happens.
Definitely is effective. You feel the being sort of suddenly slow down for a moment. The wind in this area seems to like almost go still. And then it has to slowly pick up again, and now there's a vortex spinning around and around and around, and then suddenly it turns on you, Eirina, and shoves right into you. Give me a
Yeah, I have
strength.
one more turn. I get 3 attacks now.
All right, make one more, and then give me an athletics check or acrobatics.
Sure. Come on.
And a 16. 16 misses, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fine. Can someone click, Oh, no, hang on. Is it caught up? No. Athletics or acrobatics, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you stupid piece of crap.
Like nothing happening on this map as well.
Yeah, I know. That's how crappy this thing is now.
It's like one enemy.
Yeah, but it's any time
It's
the
not even
turn order
visible.
gets come up.
What's the carousel then?
Yeah, I think so. 9.
9? Okay. I'm gonna pray I roll low then. Nope. I also rolled a 9, but I have a strength and you do not. Eirina, you are shoved backwards and into the wall of fire.
Shit.
Shit, did you say? Give me a deck save. And then Andy, and then it's your go.
I am a sparkly blob.
You are. It's because you're currently on the Astral Sea.
Yeah. So, there is this thing reaching towards Sinali.
You don't see anything reaching out towards them. There is a wrapping, a bloody gorse that seems to be hovering around in the area you are, like right next to you.
I just kind of I got confused by that bit then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's probably going to approach it.
Okay.
Because yeah, that's quite clearly that is abnormal. And give it a test poke with a dagger. Just a little poke.
You don't feel anything physical in this realm unless you're talking about like the actual wrapping itself.
Yes.
You're trying to stab that.
Yeah. Where is my dagger?
It just feels like regular, like gorse. Like you can stab into it. It kind of tears a little.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to react in any kind of supernatural way.
Okay. If that's the case, can I use my dagger to kind of like start tearing into it?
Okay. Certainly can. You can cut and basically cut the line if you wanted. Where it's going to spiral up on the spire, it has gone. It was taut, as though whatever it was wrapped around was holding it up. When you cut it, it sort of flutters for a moment in the air and then begins to droop down. And as it does, the remaining spiraling pattern up the spire seems to go slack, and you see it droop down and slide down the spire.
Okay. I don't know.
You may have done something. You're not sure what.
Yeah, that's exactly it. She's just like, oh, I don't know if that helped or made things worse. I don't know. It's almost like she's thinking kind of the lack of something happening is almost putting her on edge, I think is the best way of describing it. Let's face it, most of their adventures, when someone does something, there is consequence. And she's not seeing said consequence, so that's no doubt putting her ill at ease right now.
Yeah. I would probably say that after like a moment just waiting, watching, you suddenly see the tether suddenly retracted as though something on the very far end is pulling it back.
Okay, if that's the case, she's gonna start kind of like trying to move towards the source of the pulling.
Alright, well, it goes pretty fast, and I'll say give me an acrobatics check as you do this, since there's something bizarre about this. I was saying that sense of vertigo as you're watching it. It's when it kind of hits you. Let's see. Okay.
24.
You're alright. You're following the pattern, but it is like it's spiraling around and around and around and circling and spinning and going down like a whirlpool into the Grendel root, whatever this is. But it's going to be tricky to keep track of, but keeps going down. I'll say for the turn, you're simply flying through the astral sea after this strange wrapping and
chasing after a ribbon.
Yes, after a ribbon. All right, at the end of your turn, what everyone else witnesses when that cord was cut, the only real thing you feel is there's this sort of release on Sinali, and the air around seems to suddenly push out in all different directions, shoving everyone everywhere. And I'm going to make Llyvelin roll an acrobatics or athletics check.
Oh. Acrobatics or athletics? Let's go with athletics.
Yes. Okay. Can't believe it. We both rolled 7s again, but you somehow have +5 in acrobatics.
I'm proficient.
Okay, you got 0 dex, like 0. No, you rolled athletics. Okay, that's crazy. Llyvelin, it was like 0 strength, but somehow all your athletics is paying off. I don't know what that is. Yeah, sure.
It's about knowing the techniques of athletics, not necessarily the strength behind it.
It seems so. As this thing tries to shove you into your own wall of fire. It's your turn.
Am I able to pull Eirina back in?
You can use your action to make a grapple. Yes.
I don't want to use it.
You can use a special attack action to make a grapple.
Yeah, no.
Marshals
Eirina.
only, my friend.
Yeah. Eirina will have to come back in on her own.
Kesh'an could use one of his many attacks to do it. But...
That too. We can't see this thing. It's just pummeling us.
Yes.
So how about I make it a little bit more difficult for it to hit us? I have not used this yet. As the insects on the staff just start to peel away and multiply and multiply and multiply.
So you're dropping concentration?
No, it doesn't say it even takes a concentration. Insect cloud.
That's not what it's called.
No, it's the one charge ability on the staff, opposed to
insect plague. You mean it's concentration?
No, insect cloud.
Oh, not a spell.
Wow, that's a bigger emanation than it should be.
Okay, I see. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, it just makes it heavily obscured.
Right. A strong... Okay, right. Unless... it's heavily obscured. A strong wind disperses the swarm and ends the effect. Got it.
Maybe. I don't know. A strong. Yep. That depends if maybe it'll use up its action doing that. Who knows?
All right.
I'm doing what I can here. I
That's
can't
fine.
attack a thing I can't see, and I haven't got the correct
That's true.
spells for that. This guy in the
No, that's
shop
fine.
is getting very irritated by loads of.
He's in the ethereal plane. He's fine. Goodness me. All right, so that's your turn.
It's all I got. I've not got the right spells for an invisible creature.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Really, at this point, it's attacking indiscriminately, which is why I was saying it feels like the wind is just pushing in every direction. But Sinali, it does seem to end up rolling against you. I need another athletics or acrobatics check. And that is a success again. Damn, you're getting lucky here. All right. That'll be its legendary action. Okay, at the start of his turn. Oops. It's not Kesh'an's turn yet. It's go. Okay, this unseen force seems to whip around. And I'm going to say, probably do... Multi-attack again. The vortex hasn't really done much. Nah, let's again go with random attack. Oh god, Sinali again. Give me another athletics.
Is it athletics or acrobatics or just
Yeah,
athletics?
contested check.
Okay, just checking.
Holy shit. Okay, you beat him. Goddamn. All right, that's crazy. Luck. Can't push Sinali, apparently. What is it that's just tethering you to the ground? Is it like you're not using your tongue again, I hope? God.
No, probably like her toes are just like digging into the ground like roots themselves.
Toenail.
All right. Me roll again. Yep, it's another swipe comes towards you, Kesh'an. Just whoosh, whoosh. You seem to feel the air displaced before the impact, and you're able to sort of lean to the left and dodge out of the way of it. Llyvelin, let's actually roll again, see where it goes. Yep, again against Kesh'an.
Are you rolling these with oh, but wait,
Flat.
would it be have an advantage if it
No,
was invisible?
it's flat.
Okay, but it would be
This one hits there. Okay, so 22 hits. I'm afraid this time your your cloak suddenly stops working for a moment as it finally connects. You take 16 points of false damage, and whereas before all of its attacks were just focused on Sinali, just slamming them into the ground, it seems to be now just pushing Llyvelin around, trying to hit Kesh'an. Yeah, there's still one goes towards Sinali, but it's no longer focused. It seems to be just throwing its attacks at anything that gets anywhere close. And that's because unknowingly Andy has done something. They have taken away control. Taken away that focus by cutting the tether. Okay, I'm going to just say it moves somewhere. You don't really know where. You can feel it. You definitely feel the air suddenly lift up off the ground, and you're left with sort of the dust settling and stinging your eyes a little. But that's it. So, Kesh'an, it's your go.
Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, I'll just strike randomly as I did before then.
Felt it
You
got
don't
up,
feel the
though.
wind. You don't feel the wind around you.
Yeah, we felt it got up. As to how far, don't know.
Well, if it's left my space, then I can't really do anything. So I guess I'll just hold my action to attack if I feel it close.
Yeah, you can do that. You do force damage with your fist as well. I've just removed. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Sinali.
Sinali thinks for a moment. This particular creature is somehow connected to something to do with the roots. And the time she was able to interact with that was when she opened her eye. So it's time to see if opening the eye and assuming my form of dread will do anything here. You know, story reasons. More than anything, but we shall see. Soon as I find the feature again, because I'm going blind. There it is.
Okay.
Plus, it's also temporary hit points.
Only one
huge.
day.
Well, plus my level in Warlock,
Okay,
so
that's something at least.
yeah. So as Sinali assumes this form, her fingernails would grow longer, but the most disturbing thing is probably the actual open eye is in a similar way to Shade Whisper, almost like the black tears flowing from it, but in her case it is simply a void, but not like an empty socket, just like an endless dark void.
Make me a perception check as well as you do this.
Not great at those, but I do have a feature. That's not really good enough. There's no point even using knowledge from a past life here, and I don't think I've got anything else to boost it. But either way, as that was my bonus action to activate that.
As you open up your eye, Sinali, I'll just say that, like before, when you were connecting to the Grundle root, it was neither sight nor sound based. It felt like another extrasensory ability. And this sense has a name, by the way. You should know out of game, but no one's really cared to ask exactly what that was. It seems like whatever it was, though, it felt like you were physically aware of every limb. But now there seems to be a disconnect, whatever that is, from this and whatever it was tethered to.
Yeah. Sinali's gonna just exhale a blast of acid this way because they don't know where they are.
Okay. It does seem to just fling a load of acid into the wall of fire, and there's a hot sizzle sound. But otherwise, it doesn't seem to do much more than that.
I don't like hide and seek.
Eirina.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is step out of the fire, which is a first for me. I imagine I see the guys look up. So I know that it's gone upwards rather than stayed put.
Yep.
Cool. I am going to I'm going to basically point an arm up and I am going to cast Synaptic Static about 30 foot up from where we think it was.
Okay.
So that way it's a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So there should be like a 10-foot buffer between the ground and the edge of the sphere, so it doesn't hit anyone below it.
Gotcha. And it's a intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's a fail. Yep, pretty badly as well. I don't think it'll use a save on this one. It takes the full 29 psychic damage.
Cool.
And then it's also got a nasty effect as well.
Yes. Can you see it, yeah? Or do you
Yep.
want me to read it out?
No, I know what it does.
Okay, cool.
It's like Bane.
But D6, which is rough.
And it makes the save at the end of each of its turns.
Bane is also... yeah, alright, that's cool. And then... Nothing else?
No, that's
Okay.
it for me. Yeah.
Alrighty. There's definitely something up there shuddering from the effect. The wind seems to be erratic, kind of pulling left and right, then left and right. Almost as if it's trying to shake off the effect. Okay, Andy, you're still in the astral sea and flying after this ribbon.
Mhm. Yes. Traveling
Now-
as fast as you can to follow it.
If that's the case, you're probably moving, dashing, and then bonus action dashing all the way.
Hmm. Pretty much, yeah, because of course she's trying to get to the source.
Okay. In that case, give me another acrobatics check here.
Okay.
Again, there's something odd about the way it's flying back at 20. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what's going on this time. You realize this entire time you think that you've been flying like down into the crevasse, as though you're flying after something deeper in there. But in actual fact, there's a moment of realization and orientation. You're actually flying upwards, and these spires aren't kind of coming from the ground. They're jutting from the ceiling like stalactites. And this ribbon is being pulled and dragged up and into them.
Okay.
And you realize everything is upside down almost, but it doesn't stop you from flying and following after this thing. And probably after a long period of time, you might be able to catch up to it. It's just that it is quite far, right? It is a distance away. Whatever it's used, it's taken hours to get here through the night. Like, it's been searching for Sinali this whole time. And but you are able to, with this rate of acrobatics, keep following the spiraling ribbon or wrapping. Okay, we'll see if it actually leads you all the way to it. That's crazy.
It's
though,
like,
isn't
I've
it?
got this ribbon, bitch.
Okay, that's cool. All right then, Llyvelin, I think it's your turn now.
Still invisible. Still hard to find.
It shall be. So it shall be.
I guess I'll do the same sort of thing. Except I don't have Synaptic Static. So I am just going to have to do the next best thing.
Actually, I will say you definitely felt something like the wind crashes back down again, as though it's trying to get out of that synaptic static, and you feel the wind like slam back down into this area again.
Ah!
So that's up to you.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah,
Does it
it
change
does.
everything?
But I realize it should definitely use its legendaries up.
Does it change any? I'm used to throwing spells at Kesh'an.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
cheers, bro.
Do it.
Sure.
He's got a
Okay.
pavement.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move. Oh, where should I move? Did it seem like it dropped near me, or like the wind was on the opposite side of Kesh'an?
Near you, Kesh'an, Sinali. Near everyone.
That doesn't. That
Mm-hmm.
is there any sort of? No,
It's got an incorporeal form, so it can occupy the same space as anyone. So it could be right on top of Kesh'an, could be in this corner, or it could be on this corner, it could be on this corner, it could be on this corner. It could be in any one of these, since all three of those seem to be in reach of it.
Okay, Andy's not here, and I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna go there. Let me click it, please. Oh, my sheet's designed to play up.
But no doubt, wherever it is, it's probably on top of Kesh'an, since it's only a 3x3 of safe space in this area.
Yeah. Shut.
Oh my god. Audra,
Oh my
take cover.
god.
Andy's not there. Though.
That's not a deck save.
That's a con save.
What are you doing?
I never said what save it was. I said I'm used to throwing spells at Kesh'an, and you said,
You
yeah, go
mad
for
lad.
it.
Yeah, I was expecting the other one. Alright, well,
It's
let me
all I've
undo
got.
the damage here. Audra's like, why is it getting freezing cold in here? You do save Kesh'an, so you take half. That's good.
Sorry.
Better roll it.
I'm trying to do what I can here. We are.
And I failed, so that's
Oh, I got it. Nice.
that'll be a lot of. I'm gonna use another legendary save on that one. That one stung more than the synaptic static. Yep. Okay, 35 halved. It's gonna be 18 damage.
Still a good chunk.
And you see particles in the air seem to freeze over. Tiny little icicles then crash to the ground
Sorry,
and
Kesh'an.
shatter.
It's okay.
And Kesh'an, you're still holding your punch, but I guess
You look
It's up
like
to
a
you.
tundra cat now.
tundra cat. Okay. Let me not supposed to be a D3, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess that is Kesh'an. Alright.
You went into the wall of fire again? Oh no, that was Kesh'an apparently.
Kesh'an, you are struck again. This time from behind. Feels like something
Would that trigger?
like a
So I said if anything
Trig-
came close.
yeah. I mean, it would have triggered at the end of Llyvelin's turn when I said it crashed down.
Oh, sorry, my
But-
apologies.
Yeah. You can try and make a swing.
Kesh'an took 18 points of wall of fire damage for some reason.
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay. It shows it in the chat that he did for some reason.
No, it doesn't. It shows 18 damage, wall of fire. There's nothing about Kesh'an in any of that. So.
It
Oh,
does say
okay.
mine.
Oh, it might have. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It said that I took it.
I don't know why the
twice.
fuck you did. To be fair, that was weird. What the shit? Didn't even move. Anyway, all right. You took 12 damage from the swipe. You rolled. You did hit it, so you can roll 3d4 plus 5. 11 is making this force damage, are you?
Yeah. And
Yeah, but
can I also have a con save, please? I don't know why I rolled as Andy. We move.
It
You wish.
succeeds on this occasion.
Everybody wants
I'm
to be
afraid.
a pimp.
All right, let's go with the next attack. 1, that's the Llyvelin. I'm gonna make me another athletics check. Really want to shove someone into their own wall of fire. That'd be great. Fuck. If I stop rolling like crap.
Question is, held action triggered by your reaction?
Yeah. So you've just used your reaction, yeah. Yeah, I rolled awful that time, Llyvelin, you're fine. I rolled so shit. Okay, last time, Llyvelin again. One more. I will get this done. Okay, roll it. And he succeeds again. Damn. Llyvelin still holding on. That's a waste of my turn. Honestly, it was a... Alright. Fuck. Alright, it flies off again. Wherever it's gone, you can't feel it, Kesh'an. It's not around you. What do you want to do?
I can't do anything.
Not true.
Not true?
Nope. If something is invisible, you can always make attacks at it. It's just a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
You should have learned that from Kiasters many a time.
Wait, you said I couldn't feel it around me.
No.
Okay, oh.
It flew up. Just because you don't know where something is doesn't mean you can't say, I'll attack up in the air somewhere, like hoping to hit it.
Yeah, I'll throw my chakram up.
There you go. Let's say hit.
What the?
Oh.
The same goes for any Eldritch Blasters out there. Same goes for...
I'm not entirely sure what my damage is on my chakram. Bear with.
It's your monk damage. Because it's a monk weapon.
It's just my standard.
Yep. Everything you do is going to be 3d4 plus 5.
That makes things easier.
It does, thank God.
Plus 5.
Because otherwise, you'd have to remember a lot of different weapons.
And
The
do
only
you know
difference
what's-
here, however, is it is slashing damage, and this time it does not seem to be as effective.
That's all fine. Can I get a con save?
Don't think you can stunning strike on a chakram.
Apparently I can on monk weapons.
No freaking way. I swear it's when it's an unarmed strike. Are you kidding? No, it actually might be, but...
Stunning strike when you hit a creature with a monk weapon or an unarmed strike.
Holy shit. Stunning strike got much upgraded.
You managed to
Check
stun
something.
Chris with
It
that.
says... yeah, he did. He did. It just says once per turn.
But it's my new turn.
I know, I'm just saying, it's once per turn, which means, yeah, you can do it once on your turn and once on the reaction, which is interesting. It's sort of like sneak attack in that regard. Yeah, anyway, so con save, yeah?
Yeah.
Might have to burn my last legendary here.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yes, I will. I'll use last legendary. It's no more.
Okay. Well, strike at it again. Oh.
That's a miss. Robbed.
Did I see where the
That's-
impact was?
No, there's no impact. You just see the chakram sort of get... It cuts through the air, but it seems slower the first throw, as though it was passing through some wind, and then it flies back into your grip a little slower as well, because it's a returning chakram.
Yeah.
And you see its arc, you see its path kind of arc a little off to the side, as though it got flung to the side before it flew back to you. Whereas the second throw was very fast and straight back.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll use Well, no, I can't. If I can't reach it, then
No,
yeah, that'll be it.
that's you. You
And
can always bonus action dodge if you wanted to spend key though, but that's up to you.
well,
patient
I've got
defense, isn't
my my cloak of displacement.
You do. That's true, actually.
From-
All right, Sinali.
Alright, so
turn.
she'll tilt her head to the side as she looks up, her eye staring into the darkness as darkness begins to pour from it, and I will cast, taking a leaf out of Eirina's book, cast a spell above the party's head. So I don't know where you actually want me to. I'll just put it over here, I guess, so it doesn't actually get the party.
Right.
As I cast Hunger of Hadar.
Any creature in the effect, yeah, acid and
Cold.
and cold, and that happens right
Yeah.
away.
Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes cold. Any creature that
Okay.
ends its turn takes the acid, but it's
Oh, yeah.
also difficult terrain, and they're blinded.
Okay, so if I just say use my legendary right now at the end of your turn to fly down, I can evade that, correct?
If you can get out of the area, yeah, because it's obviously half movement.
It is. I've got 25 feet of flight, so I was in like I can move 25 if it's difficult. So yeah,
Yeah.
even if it was centered on it, I think I can get out. That
Damn.
thing is swift and flies straight down at the end of your turn. And Eirina, you see the kind of edge of the fire or of that ring suddenly sort of waft slightly as though the wind pulls the wall slightly down an inch.
Whereabouts? Give me ping.
No, I'm describing that you see the top of the wind, the wall of fire sort of pull down as though something went into the ring.
Okay.
And you can't see through the ring. It's completely opaque.
Mm-hmm.
It's not physically in the way. You don't want to run through a wall of fire either.
No, I don't. Not when I'm not on fire.
Yeah.
Do not want to.
And also, it's a minor thing, but you would have actually needed to stand a little further back from the wall. Because the wall extends out 10 feet.
That's fine. I had
Like-
the movement and the range on
Yeah,
synaptic.
I know.
It's all good.
That's why
so
that's why I'm just saying you're probably there
yeah,
in order to
no,
avoid the
that's-
actual full thing.
That's fine. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's do some blind shooting. I'm essentially going to try and like skim around everybody and like above their heads with a couple of Eldritch blasts. I don't know.
Okay. Good luck.
We'll
I'll
see how
say
this goes.
yeah, roll to hit, and if you miss, you might hit an ally. But let's just throw them in anyway.
Sure, it's going to auto roll them flat, though, is the only thing.
Just I don't know.
What's the best
Try
way
now.
to do this? Just to roll them?
Just try rolling them.
Are you going to roll? Yes, no, maybe. Thinking about it. Does it come up for anybody else yet?
It says that you've got
There we go.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch
it's,
Blast has come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
No
nothing.
roll.
Yeah, try hitting this target dummy.
Ah, perfect. Cool, thank you. There we go. I need a target.
Poor dummy. What
Okay.
the fuck?
All
How
three
much
of
health
those
has
hit.
that thing got?
Oh, a lot.
A bajillion.
That's why it's dummy. Eirina, you feel something in there. Whatever it is, it's a force that your smoke has wrapped itself around. So it feels like smoke on air, like the two forces coalesced, coiled around one another. You want to pull?
Yes. And also that's my third hit. So Candlewick Bomb goes off too. So that's 2d6.
That combination will not only set off the fire damage, but also pull them into the wall of fire.
Perfect.
So 20 fire damage. It's not got any saves left. Legendary ones at least. And also the minus the d6 means that that turns that into a fail. So it's yanked into the wall of fire. The synaptic static seems to hold it in place there for a moment and cooks it whilst the spirit bomb of Candlewick erupts, dealing the final 8 fire damage. And Eirina, I guess you feel the thing suddenly snap as though whatever you're pulling, that tether dissipates and you're kind of launched back a few feet as whatever was yanking it in is now dissolved by the fire and burnt up. Like, you see briefly there's this flaming spirit there, like you just see the flames coalesce around its face, and its spirit is likely hearing the final words of Candlewick as well, which, my god, I haven't opened up the Candlewick page in a long time. Oh my god. Where is that? God knows. I'll just find out in a moment, but that is going to end combat for sure. Like, phew, nasty.
Bloody
Nasty
hell.
damage.
That was rough.
You look fine to me. Nice
I
little.
feel like I've taken like
morning
a
combat to
page
wake
out
you
of
up.
like Nash's book. Like when I've set off the Eldritch Blast, it's like a lasso, and like she's just like yanked it into the fire.
Oh yeah.
And then of course as it's kind of dissipated, she's just fallen on her ass. Like really cool moment, and then it's just boof.
My tactic for that was how many surrounding spells can I create?
Surrounding spells. Yeah, they nearly worked against you though. If I'd have shoved people into the wall of fire, that would have been very
But
bad.
I'm fine.
No
Yeah,
one
Eirina was
got,
the only one.
no one got hurt that was intended to get hurt.
Everything is
Kesh'an, Kesh'an was collateral,
That feels mean.
as his whiskers are frozen.
And
It's fine. He just stand near the fire and defrost himself.
I love that he went, yeah, go for it, Llyvelin. And then it was like, oh no, not that spell.
Yeah, I said it's okay because Kesh'an has evasion.
Yeah, but what I needed was the okay from Cam. That's all that
Well,
mattered.
I thought it was going to be Dex, so it's like Dex is fine.
I
You know what
didn't
you did.
have a deck. Oh, did you
But
just hit me?
No.
It was probably more likely to evade
That's-
the decks anyway.
I'll
Okay.
drop the
Well, then
thing.
drop it. You can drop it.
Yeah. Blah, blah,
Yep.
blah.
And Sinali
know how
will
to.
also close her eye to break to stop
Form of
the.
charge.
Oh no, you're
Yep.
blind now.
Llyvelin, end your concentration.
I am doing
There
it.
you go.
I was going to the right page.
You
Right.
can just right click it from the top right of your screen.
Wait, what?
Yes, the effects on the top right.
Oh, the box up at the top corner. No.
Yes. Okay. Don't know why I get rid of the template. There you go. There's still a bunch of.
residual.
It's still something. That's synaptic static. Oh, it's a region. That's why. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay. Anyway. All right. After which the dust begins to settle. Everyone's breathing easy. There's still some whimpers from the nearby storefronts who are like, is it over?
It's over.
Yeah.
They
That
were
was a-
not nice. I
No.
don't like playing hide and seek.
That was not nice at all.
Is there anything like left of this thing where it
No, not at all.
all gone? Cool.
Completely.
Where did Bread Girl go?
She'll be
Sparkle,
back.
sparkle.
She'll be
Okay.
back.
Just sparkle, sparkle.
But I'm sparkling on the screen. I'm sparkle, sparkle.
It's true. It's true. It's just a brief little twinkling light where they once were. It's just so
I've
we
turned
know
into
where they
Tinkerbell.
return back. um, I guess we're waiting around just to see what happens to Andy. So I will give you the description since you're flying all the way through here, finally reaching something, but it's not like the ethereal. With Eirina, she would normally be able to see structures, walls, people, souls. The astral sea is much more abstract. And so when you finally arrive at your destination, instead of seeing the structure that this thing is housed in, instead of seeing caves like you would if you was actually following the Grendel route, there is something of a nebulous blob of black liquid floating in a invisible trench, and it seems to spill down hundreds of feet into the void beyond. There's a lot less stars here. There's a sort of darkness. Feels like you're like on the edge of nothingness. And let me see. I guess there is, yeah, just that pool of nebulous black liquid floating there.
Similar to the black.
Yes. One would say yes.
Okay. I really don't want to touch that.
The gorse is like tangled up, and you can see it finally like kind of being pulled and then into that black liquid, where you feel that sense of vertigo suddenly shift away, and you find yourself slowly spinning upright again to be what you would assume to be the normal orientation, but all the while you were following it, it felt like everything was upside down.
Okay. So there's less stars around here. Less. See, I always imagine the astral sea to be quite colourful. Is there less colour around here as well?
Yeah, that's precisely right. Yeah.
It's almost like everything's been sucked out.
The astral sea was also a place of vibrant, like, it's not still usually. There are shooting stars, there are spinning celestial bodies, there are roiling clouds of nebulous gas. But here, everything seems completely and utterly still.
Almost like it's dead.
Dead could be one word, but you definitely saw the wrapping was pulled in as though something had the other end and yanked it in there.
Something is alive in there, but almost like it sucked the life out of the what's around it almost.
Well, I'll tell you what. Give me another perception check to see if it is dead or if there's some other reason behind the stillness.
Yeah, go away, pop-ups.
Because you might be able to feel it. What is that?
23.
20. Wow. Yeah. Okay. The expertise is really shining here. Okay. It feels more like there is a gravity both repelling the outside and pulling the inside. So it's less dead and more so it's more like a I'll describe it as best I can, but everything else has been pushed away from it.
I'm thinking.
Okay, so nothing.
Just trying to think. You know how when they talk about, when like stars are formed or planets are formed or whatever, and it's almost like when the star dies and a black hole kind of situation where everything seems to be sucked towards that.
That's normally the case.
Is it similar to that, or is it almost like the reverse of that?
It's both in a weird dichotomy, in a very strange, contradictory way. Everything around that space has been pushed away, and what's in the center, you would assume, there is a gravity because that blob of black liquid is being held together.
Okay.
And you sense that whatever was pulling that rope could have been that gravity. And I'll say with the 23, you feel the edge of that gravity where it's just about to pull you and you can stop yourself from getting anywhere near it because you're, like you say, afraid of touching the stuff. But you reckon there would be an overwhelming, crushing force holding everything in place.
Right.
Like a prison.
Okay, because I really... Because I have no idea what's going on the outside world right now. I just know that this thing must have sent out whatever that tendril was.
Yes. Whatever it is, and as you hesitate and contemplate, you feel as though whatever's in there is stuck in there.
I'm trying to think if she would actually go in or if she would retreat and come out. I'm trying to... What would Andy do?
You have at the very least located it.
Yes.
And in the astral sea.
Okay,
if
it's
you
whether
wanted,
or not she
you
can
could at least
get...
trace back. But on the material.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay.
But it's... Or you could test something out with this weird black pool. It's
yeah,
unlike
I'm
anything
sure
else.
She's probably got bread rolls on her, no doubt. She's always got bread on her. Let's throw a bread roll towards it.
Okay. All right.
Just to see what happens.
No one expects.
Just to see what happens. I'm feeding it.
Wow. The bread does fly
always have
towards
on her
it.
because she's always got bread on her. She somehow always had bread on her. Whether she makes it or she steals it, I don't know.
So I will say this: you do see the bread fly towards it, and as it gets close enough, you see it suddenly flips upside down.
Okay.
And another gorse-like wrapping whips out and snaps the bread and yanks it in.
You're welcome. And then she'll go back.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to make a note of that.
She'll probably pop back, blades at the ready, and see everyone's kind of like still, and she's So, it's over?
Yes, it is over.
Oh. Well,
How was your trip?
I feel bad that I missed it all. I saw shit. So, bad shit. How long was I gone? Because I felt like I was traveling for quite a while.
Yeah. Andy would have been gone quite a long time, I will say. We are going to call it like hours. So just bear that in mind. By the time you've probably been waiting around, knowing that you know how Andy's cloak works. He always returns back to the same spot that she left. So you could still be here waiting once the hours are up. Someone's sort of keeping an eye on that space. But it is hours later, I will say. So you could have had a short rest if you wanted.
Can you imagine they're like, what time do you call this young lady?
Yeah, right. It's
We
like,
don't need to come back when this
short
light's came on.
rest.
It's like you're alive.
yeah, it's like early afternoon, let's say.
Short rest? Cool.
Yes, you can have
So-
had a short rest. Yeah.
'Cause
While I was down there was definitely what looked like kind of weird bloody bandages, and I cut one and it started flying off. So I chased it to see what was pulling it back in. And after flying and flying and flying and flying, I found like the
Oh my
black
God.
sticky stuff that was in the tower. There was like a mound of it, and there was no stars, there was no color, there was no nothing. It was weird for the astral. It felt like a void in a way, and I didn't want to go near the thing because bad icky vibes. But I threw it food, and it took it. I was supposed to eat it, because if it doesn't eat it, it is a heathen. So I don't know, I might have fed a monster. Or I might have fed, I don't know.
maybe
But there is something stuck.
maybe satiated its hunger for now?
I think if I went back there, I could maybe try and pinpoint again. But I don't really want to go near it alone. Because that feels like bad juju.
Is there a way of taking any of us with you?
Well, that has been done before,
Has it?
kind of. When someone was in a bag.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Wait.
when we stuffed Gloltic into the bag of holding.
Yeah, Glottic
Oh,
was
no,
the
it was the mushroom,
person
the
back
mushroom.
then.
It was
I
the
think.
mushroom.
Oh, portable hole. That's right.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, you know my other friends. There was some bad stuff that happened, and my friend needed to borrow my cloak, and they popped back and forth, and he brought another being with him to kind of heal them, raise them back from the dead or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway. And then they had to do some fancy shit to be able to both get back. And then I was just bobbing around in the astral waiting for that to happen. So it kind of works, but getting back is a problem as well. The bonus is that he had the power to jump into the astral really at random, which is why I keep leaving snacks for him, in case he's hungry. When he gets stuck there.
If you really wanted to do that, I could polymorph someone small enough to get inside the bag of holding.
But then how would we change them into something small again while I'm there to send them back? See my problem?
Kesh'an would
cannot.
survive.
I'm sure I could.
But anyway,
I think a more current question for the time being, while we figure that out, is the fact that it seemed to be talking to Sinali.
Yes. But considering it must have a real world placement, if you will. Because it purposefully come all this way, it seemed. And then it had to go all the way back. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird timey-wimey shit.
And do
Sinali-
you remember what it said to Sinali?
Sinali, what you mentioned about what you saw in the tower? What connection does this have to your past? I think it's time we sat down and you were honest with us.
Well, I don't know what connection it has, and I'm not sure what it is, though it seemed to think, I mean, it mentioned that it would soon be free, so it's something that's trapped, but has some connection to me. But, she pauses, considering the right words. So as I think I said, I grew up, or maybe even was born somewhere around here in an upside down tower. I was a slave there, harvesting magic crystals, which I guess could have been part of the route, but before it became so tough, maybe? Or maybe it was from the initial impact, maybe? And I tried to find a way to escape. I tried hiding some of the crystal dust, which was supposed to have magic, by swallowing it, so I could get it back later. Possibly not a good idea. But eventually the people in charge, the tower, his guards caught me, and I died.
Oh.
But something brought me back, and I had access to, magic, and I could change my body in ways, like you've seen with some of my magic, and I had it's maybe understandable, but that I'd want, to get back at them, but I had an overwhelming urge to really make them hurt, make them fear, not just kill them, but make them terrified as I did so. And even when they were dead, I still feel that urge to torment them, and I don't fully know where that comes from, but I know as part of what happened, I lost my eye, and now when I open it, I feel stronger, and people are more scared of me. And it seems like somehow it's connected to the roots. Like when I open my eye near them, or even here where we're not even that close, I can almost tap into the roots like they're part of me. The one in the tower was like claws. Does that... And I know the tower was part of the Arcana Majora, and the people who he worked with were, but I don't know how that necessarily ties into everything. I mean, when we spoke to the tower, he seemed to be surprised that I had access to this power, that it didn't make sense to him. Like, it was beyond... Yeah, like it was impossible. But here I am. And I guess whatever this thing is that attacked, it wants something from me, or maybe just wants to hurt me. Maybe it's one of the tower's friends and it wants to kill me before I get a chance to kill it.
From your history check when you mentioned that. See what you know about the tower's friends. It's not bad for Sinali.
Just in case, trying to tap into everything as I got these back from a short rest, which I didn't realize. Oh, I haven't used them yet. So that's a 22.
22. As you're describing, as Andy's described everything, as you're recounting everything that's led up to now, and when you mention could be one of the tower's friends, you think about who those could possibly be. And the imagery that you've had up till now is wrappings, bloodied gorse wrappings.
Yeah.
You've heard about how Andy experienced a sense of vertigo, as though things were topsy-turvy, and when they tossed the bread in towards them, it went upside down towards them. And lastly, there's that weird space around them. They're trapped. They're in some sort of prison. The space in the astral sea was almost stagnant, still. Everything was almost suspended. And all of those feel like they might be clues as to who it is.
The one that comes to mind, I guess initially, though I don't know if I'm right at all, would be the Hanged Man.
And with that, we will end tonight's session as the revelation of possibly the Hanged Man comes to your mind. Since it fits the bill of what that Arcana Majora could be. We will end right there, I think. It's a good time to wrap up.
Yeah.
And leave you on that little cliffhanger. You now have Andy to fly you back the way somehow. You're still gonna have to navigate the material, physical plane, but you've kind of got a heading and a direction, and certainly one of these spires must lead to it. Because I'll add to that last little bit of description I think I left out. But Andy, one of the Grendel roots was sort of pierced through and into that blob, that pool of black ichor as well. So there was a root protruding into it. But yes, that is where we will wrap up. Good deduction, I guess. We'll be back next week, where we'll probably venture into the caverns to try and find this. And or you can always talk to anyone else here about that, because there are records, there are tablets and stuff. But otherwise, for now, yeah, we'll shelf it there. All right.
Bye-bye.